Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the AT&T Thanks Sound Studio. Again, KUBE 93.3. My name is DJ Supa Sam. Please, let's get loud. Let's give a big round of applause for my man, your guy, Mr. Travis Thompson. Come on in, man.
Nice.
Go ahead and grab a seat. Thank you for coming on down.
Nah, thank you for having me, bro. This is lit.
So this place has a new name. It's called the AT&T Thanks Sound Studio, and I get like tongue twisted every time I try to say it.
AT&T Thanks Sound Studio. Bro.
See, look, he's the man. Now see,
rapper.
First of all, before we even get into this whole interview thing, we got to let you guys in on a little secret, okay?
Yeah.
So I don't really know how to introduce this guy as the rapper Travis Thompson, because I know him as something else. I'll let you tell the story.
When I was like 8, 9 years old, this was my football coach. I like, you know when you go to the homie's house and you're too scared to stay the night? Like, he's had to drive me home. Like, from sleepovers and shit.
I really called his dad in the middle of the night. I was like, hey, man, Travis isn't feeling good. I'm going to bring you home.
I was feeling fine, bro. I was just anxious. You know what I mean?
And so how do you go to the unofficial mayor of White Center?
Shoot. I mean, I started doing poetry in high school. Like, spoken word poetry at, like, You Speak Seattle, which is, like, a program for, like, youth in Seattle. And then I did that for, like, a year and a half, 2 years, and then I was like, well, I'm only really doing this because I don't think I'm cool enough to rap. And then one day I decided I'm just going to rap. And that was, like, my junior year in high school. And then I just been going hard since.
We're talking with my man, Travis Thompson. How did you get to the point where it was like, all right, man, this is cool, this is a hobby? Because everybody raps in their bathroom, in their mirror, everybody. When did you get to that point where it was like, you know what, I think I could really do this. I can make some money doing this.
I don't know. Well, when we were opening shows like a year and a half ago in Seattle, like doing small venues like the Crocodile or like getting an opening show at Numos, it was like those little checks would like keep me fed for a couple weeks, and I was like, hey, if I can keep this lined up and like get my streams up, because I was getting like really small stream checks off like Spotify and iTunes and stuff. But then like one day, like my income from like my job at the preschool was the same as like the music money, and I was like, oh damn, if I keep going hard, I can just eventually quit this. And then I have had a job in like a year. You know what I mean?
Talk to us. That's dope. That's dope. So talk to us about that progression from, you know, your first record, Ambom, to where you are now with You Good.
Well, Ambom was like me first being in the studio like ever. My homie Shelton, who's my manager now, I would like skip school every day senior year, and he'd pick me up and we'd go to the studio out in the North End, and I made that whole tape. It was like my first time in the studio. So like Ambom was like me learning how to like what I sounded like, how to like even how to rap and how to construct songs. And then like we had like a whole 2 years passed before we put out You Good, and it's just been like a lot of progression in terms of like myself as like an adult and like musically, like trying new things and like becoming just better at what I do.
I'm sure you're getting a lot of crazy DMs currently. But talk about the DM that you got from Jake One and you know.
Damn. Okay, so when we were setting up for my show back at the Crocodile Back Bar like a couple years ago. Anybody there? Woo! You were there. Hey, that's a real one. We were setting up for the show, and then someone at the Crocodile was like, "Oh yeah, Jake One, like." He said he's gonna try to come to the show, like he like messes with you, like he likes your stuff. And I was like, what? Like that's ridiculous. And then like literally like the same week he DM'd me and he was like, I had to check you out because I saw someone was representing Ambom, and I was like, who in the world is repping Durian? And then like and that's how he started messing with us. It's like he saw Ambom and was like, oh, I gotta check that out because that's weird. Like why would someone do that? And like that's where we're at. Yeah.
Dope. Kicking it with man Travis Thompson, because I know Ambom. Like I said, I know Ambom.
Yeah, you from there.
I still live in the same house too. So we're talking about seeing stuff. How many of you guys saw the Macklemore video? You know, Corner Store. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So that didn't actually start that actually started with a school experience. Your school kind of hooked that up, so to speak. I mean, they had
the program?
Yeah, talk about that.
So it wasn't my school, but I was a part of the hip hop residency program through MoPop, the Museum of Pop Culture in Seattle, and that's funded by Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. So it's just a program for kids. It's like a 2-week program in the summer where you like write hella raps, like you like work on your stage show, you do workshops with artists from Seattle, And yeah, I was like a kid in the program, like the first year, like the flight year of it, or the pilot year of it. But and like yeah, I was a kid. He saw it was like dope, and then like a year later, I saw him at a show, and he was like, "Hey man, you should come to the studio sometime." And then like we made like Corner Store like a couple weeks after that.
And then Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, bro. We were on tour, and he was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna do Corner Store on Jimmy Fallon." And I was like, "What? Like that's the single y'all are pushing for Jimmy Fallon? Like, damn, all right, let's get it." And then like 3 days later, it was tight. I was hyped. That should change my life. You know? Yeah.
It seems like you have a natural stage presence, man. And I know you tried your hand at spoken word, as we all know. But you also tried your hand at stand-up comedy?
I never tried my hand at stand-up comedy. I mean, like, I'd have to host shows for poetry shows. So, like, I'd have to, like, kind of do little, like, in-between little, like, just, like, riffing for, like, a couple minutes. But that's scary, bro. Stand-up is scary. I don't know if I could ever do that. That's real. That's just you and a mic. That's terrifying.
But you're about to do Bumbershoot coming up. Clap it up for Travis doing Bumbershoot.
Yeah. Bumbershoot's gonna be fun. The bigger shows are honestly like easier than the small ones. Small ones are hard.
Yeah, because you gotta really like work.
You really gotta like you could look everyone in the eye.
Trust me, I know. DJing for 2,000 people versus DJing for 20 people, and
you know what I mean? Yeah, it's harder. It's way more intimate.
So speaking of Bumbershoot, let everybody know that you actually went to Bumbershoot and like interviewed the artist before previously.
Yeah. So when I was working at the poetry program, You Speaks, they had like a media pass for me to like go interview artists and like talk about youth and art and open mics and poetry and stuff. So like 3.5 years ago when I was still in high school, they sent me like I interviewed like Wu-Tang and like SZA and all these different people just like about like youth art and like being active in your community, and it was dope. Yeah. So it's like it's come full circle. You know what I mean? To like I was interviewing people and now I'm about to be on the stage. It's tight.
Talking with my man Travis Thompson. You have a big following, man, massive following. But there's always some haters out there. Tell me like a craziest hater story. Like I know you got a couple.
Well, I mean, we represent Ambom, and that's like if anybody knows, that's like the border of like Burien and White Center, and White Center can get real. You know what I'm saying? So like people will like. I'll get crazy DMs sometimes of people just being like, "Yo, do you know what we do and what we're for? Da da da. This little white boy on TV talking about Amvon. Da da da." And then like, so yeah, I get those pretty frequently. Like, you know what I mean? Like, those
I'm just trying to rap.
Yeah, I'd be like on the street, and people are like, "You're Travis," and I'm like, what? I don't know. And then they're like, no, I like it. And I'm like, okay, what's up? What's going on? You know what I mean? Because I don't even know. You know what I mean? I'm paranoid as hell. It's cool.
So I hate labels. I hate people putting you in a box. But I'm going to give you the opportunity to, I hate just using one label and being put in one box. But I'm going to give you the opportunity to label, if you had to, you can use a couple different ones. What is Travis Thompson? What is Travis Thompson music?
Damn. I don't know. Authentic is what I would like to say. Like, I mean, I feel like that's what we've been selling since the beginning. Like, this is like 100% us. Like it's hella funny. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the reason people connect with it that are like from the city is like, oh, you're representing Ambom. Like, that's weird. That's funny. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like that's what's gonna work in the long run is just being 100% you, like no matter what. So that's what like authentic. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to do.
That's what's up, man. So we're going to get some authenticity tomorrow night for sure at Numo. Sold out show. Y'all clap it up for that sold out show. That's what's up. And you're also going to perform a couple here, right?
Yeah, I'm going to do like 3 songs.
Okay, that's what's up. Well, we're gonna get to that. But I got to let you guys know, if anybody wants any like old school pictures of this guy in a youth football uniform, just at me at DJ Supa Sam. I'll make sure you guys get that.
Oh man, no, I've got a legendary photo on your stoop with like Ramo and Corday and all the homies back in the day.
Yo, this is like when he was 7 years old. This is crazy.
Yeah, this is full circle. This is hella weird. All
right, man. Let's get into the music, man. Big round of applause for Travis Thompson. The AT&T Thanks Sound Studio, KUBE 93.3. Let's get into the music, man.